You say you want love. You say it with your full chest. You say it with your silence. You say it every time you scroll through people's soft moments online and feel that strange mixture of hunger and resentment in your chest. You say you want love, but if someone handed it to you, tender and unguarded, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You'd hold it like a live wire. You'd grip it like something that might disappear the second you blink. Because you've never known love that stayed. You've only known love that shifts. One moment it holds you. The next moment it cuts. One day it says, "You're my everything." And the next day it says, "Why are you like this?" So now, even affection feels suspicious. Even "I love you" feels like a countdown. You retreat when people are soft with you. Not because it hurts, but because you've never trusted softness to survive. You're tired of being disappointed, so you disappoint yourself first. You sabotage the closeness. You say too much. You pull away without explaining. You act like it doesn't matter. And when they finally stop calling, you sit with that familiar ache and call it destiny. But you know it's not. You made it happen. And you don't know why you keep doing that. You want to let someone love you, but you keep pushing them away like it's your only form of self-defense. You keep them at arm's length, then cry about how no one stays. You pretend you're okay with being alone, but you're not. You just never learned how to need someone without apology. And if you're honest, you've been preparing to be abandoned your whole life. So now, even peace feels foreign. Now even good morning texts feel like setups. Now, even someone staying feels like pressure. Because now you have to stay lovable. Now you have to not mess it up. Now you have to keep the performance going. You say, "Be yourself," but you don't even know who that is. When you're not trying to be wanted. You've performed for so long, you started believing the role was your real self. You want love, but love terrifies you. Because love means being seen. And you've spent your whole life trying to not be seen. You grew up learning to be low maintenance. You learned to mute your wants, to need less, to speak softer, to not cry too much, to not ask for what you were never going to get anyway. And now, years later, you sit across from people who want to know you, who want to love you gently, who want to stay. And you panic. Your body doesn't understand the difference between love and threat. It reacts the same either way. You freeze because something inside you still believes that the moment they see the full version of you, they will walk away. And maybe they will, but maybe they won't. and that's the war you're stuck in. This episode isn't about heartbreak. It's about self-abandonment. It's about that moment you look in the mirror and realize you're the one walking away first. You've ignored this voice for so long, it started whispering through your breakdowns instead. So now, listen. Because somewhere inside you, the version you've buried all your life is still trying to speak. Here's what they've been dying to say. I make it very, very easy to fall in love with me. I listen better than most. I ask questions that sound like therapy. I remember the tiny things like how you hum to yourself when nobody's watching, the way you tap your fingers when you're nervous, and the story you told me once, in passing, about how your dad promised cake and never showed face on your 8th birthday. I remember that. I bring it up gently, not to trigger you, but to make you feel seen. I say things like, you deserve softness, and you believe me. Because in that moment, I do mean it. At least, I think I do. I don't raise my voice, I don't storm out, I don't cheat, I don't even flirt with other people in front of you. Because I don't need to. That's amateur villainy. I've graduated. I love you just enough to make you stay, just gently enough to make you think you're safe, just deeply enough for you to imagine a life with me while I'm already preparing my exit in silence. You see, I don't lie, I don't need to, I just show the parts of me that sparkle in candlelight and hide the rest in shadows you never learn how to name. I give just enough, I reveal just enough, I hold your hand, I kiss your forehead, I call you my peace. Even while I'm studying your weakest points. Because I am not in this to be loved, I'm in this to be needed. I want you to lean on me, I want you to unravel around me. I want you to think I'm the calm in your storm, the healing after your heartbreak. The man you thought didn't exist anymore. I want you to feel like you found safety because that's how I get close enough to do the damage. And the damage won't come loud, it won't come with slamming doors or cheating scandals or drunken texts. No, I'm cleaner than that. Smarter than that. I'll make you question your own instincts. I'll start disappearing in small ways, not physically, emotionally. I'll be there, but just a little colder, just a little harder to reach, just a little less alive in the places you used to find warmth. And when you bring it up, when your voice trembles as you ask me, what's changed? I'll tell you you're imagining it. I'll say you always overthink. I'll remind you how loved you are with just enough sweetness to make you doubt yourself, because I want you off balance. I want you needing my reassurance. I want your confidence to shrink bit by bit until you cling to me like I'm the only proof you still exist. That's how I win. Not by destroying you, but by making you do it, by watching you dismantle yourself to keep my love alive. And when you're finally hollow, when you've shrunk yourself down to something I no longer admire, I'll leave effortlessly, without guilt, without warning, without explanation. And you'll still want me back, because by then you won't remember who you were without me. You'll only remember who I let you become. You'll cry, you'll write long messages, you'll send voice notes, you'll regret later, and I won't respond. Because I don't chase, I don't explain, I don't clean up the mess, I walk away spotless like I was never there. And everyone will still think I'm a good guy, emotionally intelligent, grounded, gentle, because I am. I'm all of those things, and I'm also the reason you'll never trust love again. And the scariest part, you'll still tell people I was the best thing that ever happened to you. You'll still write about me in poems. You'll still miss me even while you hate me. Because I didn't break your heart. I rearranged it and now it only beats for people who remind you of me. And you'll never know the difference until it's too late. But here's the part I never planned to say, the part that ruins the whole performance, the part I swore I'd never admit, not even to myself. I want love, God, I do. Not control, not power, not worship, just love. Messy, inconvenient, overwhelming love. The kind that sees through every trick I've mastered and still say, come home. But I've built too much distance, too many exits, too many masks. And now I don't know how to be held without hurting the hands that reach for me. So I keep pretending I don't need it, I keep performing, I keep ruining people who get too close. Because if I let someone love me for real, if I let them inside the room I locked years ago, they'll see I'm not powerful, they'll see I'm not dangerous, they'll see I'm just scared. And that's the only thing I don't know how to survive, so I keep burning down every chance I get just to stay untouched. But every time I do it, I want it more and I hate myself more. Because all of this, the charm, the coldness, the cruelty, it's not armor, it's grief. And I don't know how to stop grieving something I've never actually had. I want love, God, I do. Even if I have no idea what to do with it once it finally shows up. You're still listening. Sitting with the version of yourself that's been trying to survive in a body that only knows how to brace for loss. And I know you're tired. You're tired of holding back your joy, so you won't get your hopes up. You're tired of not speaking, so no one ever calls you too much. You're tired of making people guess you're hurting, because asking for help still feels like humiliation. You've spent so long walking through love like it's a minefield, that every calm relationship feels like the silence right before an explosion. You don't know how to enjoy peace without scanning it for warning signs. But let me tell you something. You were never too much. You were never hard to love. You were just never taught that love could be soft and stay soft. And because you were never taught, you learned to push it away. You learned to leave first. You learned to give up on people before they give up on you. But you don't want to keep doing that. But letting someone stay feels like handing them the gun and begging them not to pull the trigger. You don't want to keep running. You don't want to keep proving you're okay when you're not. You don't want to keep apologizing for wanting to be loved without earning it. You want someone who sees your mess and doesn't draw back. You want someone who stays when you're quiet, when you're distant, when you're unsure, when you feel unloved. You want someone who says, I'm still here, and means it But first, you have to stay too. You have to stay with yourself, even when your brain screams that you're unworthy, even when your trauma tells you this won't last, even when you're tempted to push them away just to feel safe again. You have to stay. You have to unlearn the hunger that raised you. You have to forgive yourself for who you had to be to survive. You have to accept that needing love doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. And being human shouldn't feel like something you need to apologize for being every time you exhale. Being human is not a flaw. It's the one thing that connects us. You are not broken. You are healing. You are trying. Even when you fail. Even when you shut down. Even when you can't explain why you feel this much. You are still trying. And maybe love still terrifies you. Maybe you'll still run sometimes. Maybe you'll still sabotage something good again. But next time, maybe you'll come back quicker. Maybe you'll say what you're feeling sooner. Maybe you'll let yourself cry in front of someone without swallowing the sound. Maybe you will let love stay long enough to teach you that it doesn't always have to leave. Maybe you'll stop bracing for loss in the middle of being held. And maybe finally, you'll stop running from the very thing you've been begging the universe for. And when that happens, even just once, you'll know you were never too much. You were just waiting for someone, anyone, to love you without conditions. And maybe that someone is still coming. Or maybe it starts with you. But you still get self-conscious when someone touches your hand. Because part of you still believes they'll pull away once they feel what's left.